believe that he feels that he and Russia did not meddle in the election. I believe that President Putin really feels, and he feels strongly, that he did not meddle in our election. What he believes is what he believes. And, you know, people don't realize Russia's been very, very heavily sanctioned. They were sanctioned at a very high level, and that took place very recently. It's now time to get back to healing a world that is shattered and broken.
Really sounds like quintessential Trump, right? It's the kind of thing you hear from Trump every day. It's time to get back to healing the world. Isn't that the way our president typically talks? The great healer. You remember the art of the heal? Remember? The president's attitude toward the Russian Federation and Russian President Vladimir Putin is unlike his evident relationship with anybody else, let alone president of a country that is not just an active adversary, but a country that was aggressively involved in our domestic affairs last year, to the point where the previous administration kicked out tons of their diplomats, closed their diplomatic facilities in the United States, and made unprecedented declarations from the unified American intelligence community expressing alarm about what Putin and Russia had done. So in terms of what's going on there between our president and Putin, we still don't know. He behaves toward him the way he behaves toward no one else. In terms of the president's campaign, the investigations into the links between the Russian attack on our election and President Trump's campaign include now known contacts between the Trump campaign and a Russian lawyer, and a Russian lobbyist, and a Russian-linked academic, and a Russian who said she's Putin's niece, and a Russian military intelligence veteran, and a Russian oligarch, and Russian energy executives, and also the Russian deputy prime minister. And, of course, the Russian ambassador. Attorney General Jeff Sessions today upgraded his memory stick once again to declare to the House Judiciary Committee that despite his previous denials that he'd had any information about there being any Russian contacts by members of the Trump campaign, he now does recall he maybe had been aware about some of those contacts during the campaign. He insists that his evolving statements on these matters is all truthful, is all truth. It's all innocent. He insists that he's consistently told the truth, even though his story has consistently changed. We don't know everything the Trump campaign was doing with all these Russian contacts while Russia was interfering in the election to help Trump win it. But after Russia interfered to help Trump win the election, and then Trump won the election, the Trump administration has continued to behave toward Russia in ways we don't have to speculate about, we don't have to wonder about, we can see it. I mean, look what they have just decided to do with security at the beleaguered U.S. Embassy in Moscow. Look at how Rex Tillerson has decimated the U.S. State Department. Look at how the president has expressed how Russia has really been very heavily sanctioned, and now it's time to get back to healing the world. Look at how Secretary of State Tillerson has closed the office at the State Department that administers sanctions. Look at even the basic stuff about Russia being able to announce the behavior and meetings of our president before we can. Look at the president inviting Russian officials and a guy with a bag of camera equipment into the Oval Office without ever telling the United States media that that was happening. So the Russian press would break news of that first. And then once they were in there, he told them code word protected intelligence that had been gathered by one of our allies that he did not have permission to share. Russian attack on our election last year is an unprecedented thing. But time and time again, the behavior of the administration toward Russia, since they've been in office, is just previously unthinkable submission. Whatever happened during the campaign, it really appears to not be over. It's not just what they did back then, it's what's happening right now.